My guest today on the TPTV Music Show is a writer, producer, promoter, and a fantastic performer. Here to tell us all about his great new single, Rescue Me, and his upcoming tour, I'm delighted to welcome Mr. Steve Steinman. Steve, it is great to see you again. First of all, Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Oh, things.
Busy. I'm full on now, full rehearsing. It was straight, look, Christmas and then 4th of January, we're into it again. I'm not stopping now till, we kind of keep going now till December of this year now.
You've got a great new single out at the moment called Rescue Me. As you just mentioned, I mean, you're in rehearsals. You've got the Vampires Rock Eternal Love Tour kicking off on January the 16th, is it, in Newark?
Yeah. Next week we've just done studio rehearsals. We're in the theatre on Monday, and then we do the first show Friday, Saturday, and off we go.
You know, you are a genuine phenomenon in the entertainment world. But what I find incredible is the fact that you didn't actually start off that way.
No, not at all. I mean, we're going back a long time now, 35 years, I think I've been in the business, but I had no inkling of being in the music business industry. I was working in the family hotel and restaurant, and that's how I started all those years ago.
Chefs have to get things spot on, and they have to be completely, that you don't get a second chance with something like that. Do you think that actually, pardon the pun, fed into your sort of attention to detail and the way that you approach things?
I think work ethic, yeah, because of how hard work it is and the way I go at things. And I think having a business background in the sense of always been around business from a small kid growing up with my family and my dad. And I brought that into the music. We are probably the most successful independent touring production company, and I'm probably the most successful independent artist, to be fair, who funds everything and runs everything themselves with their own team.
When I said a phenomenon, I really meant it. I mean, because that's one of the things I'm going to dig into in a moment, hopefully, is to find out a little bit about that. The fact that you do it all, I just find absolutely staggering. We're not talking about, I mean, down with us, we have a local Meatloaf tribute act that might be in the social club or something like that, but we're not talking 3 man and a dog in the corner. We're talking stadium stuff. Your voice is incredible. How come it was only after going into something completely different that your voice was discovered?
I don't know. I never really set out to be a singer. I was working in the restaurant. I used to get up for a bit of fun and perform, sing the odd song with touring musicians who had come to the restaurant to perform in dinner dances, and we'd have the likes of Jerry and the Pacemakers on and some of these big 50s, 60s bands. And I'd get up and give a song just for fun. And somebody recorded me at the time and sent the tape off to Stars in Their Eyes. Now, that was 92 or something like that. So long time ago. And then I enjoyed it. It was good. It was good fun. It was a good experience. And then my career went a different direction than originally it was going at the time. And I think, I enjoyed it. So why not do a job you love? That's why I'm still here now, I think.
The most successful Stars in Your Eyes performer ever, I think you've been billed as.
Yeah, I think it's been quoted. Yeah, I think mainly because I'm still here and I'm packing out arenas and concert halls in my own right rather than being somebody else. My shows, even when I do Anything for Love, we've got tours going out with Anything for Love. Next year we've got the 50th anniversary going out, and I've actually got star performers playing with me. I've got Kazim Sultan, Mark Alexander, who played on Bat Out of Hell, the album, in 1977, and they toured with Meatloaf for 17 and 22 years as his musical director. So I have world-class performers, and that's where we draw the line when this is not a tribute band. This is a huge production, and that's how we get to fill places like the Brighton Dome or Nottingham Arena and Liverpool Arena. And we play all the big, great venues, and
But
it's a big, fun production.
it the thing is, you are now in a position, although you started off with the Meatloaf tribute,
Yeah.
um, you have got 3 number one albums, 7 consecutive number one singles. You've sold
Yeah.
millions of records, done over 4,000 performances, sold over 7 million tickets.
I think I
At which,
performed more than Elton John, if you can believe that.
well, at, at which point did you suddenly stop and think, hang on a second, I'm onto something here?
Yeah, well, I wish there'd be more people like you who'd want to interview me because you just can't seem to get a break sometimes. Because as for the masses, not many people knew who I am. You'll not see me as a celebrity on a game show or anything like that. So I'm a kind of unknown quantity to a lot of people, and when people find me, they can't believe it's took them so long. And this is why we're still here. Is because when they come, they have such great fun. The shows are so entertaining they listen to my original song, they can't believe it. So I've kind of grown an audience really just through hard graft, rather than being a media star. I'm old school really, just out there doing it. We did joke the other week where because I've had some top 40 songs in the UK official charts, and you're up against the big names and the big record companies. And back in the 80s, if I'd have had a top 40, I'd have been on top of the pops. I've missed it by 30 years.
But that's the thing that strikes me about you. I mean, you come across as such a genuine, hardworking fella. I mean, who just happens to be extremely talented.
That's what that's what singing. I'm just a singer, I mean, I'm just doing my job, and I don't see why anybody should get on their high horse or be cocky or be big-headed about what job they do. I'm just like you. I'm the same as anybody. I just happen to sing for my living. It's nothing special. It's just I'm out there. I'm entertaining it. I'm enjoying myself, and I think, and that's But I've worked hard, and I think when you do work hard, you appreciate the highs and the lows, and I really appreciate people buying a ticket, because it's not something to be sniffed at. They've spent and worked really hard, and they've spent their hard-earned money to come and see you. So you should spend time to say thank you, and that's why we always do go out and do the signings after the show. I never charge for anything like that. I would never dream of charging more money to come and say hello to me and meet me. I think that's ridiculous. I will come out in the foyer after the show and we'll chat to as many people as we can chat to. And I've always believed that, and we've always done that.
I mentioned you've got Rescue Me at the moment, which is the new single.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've been listening
It's
to it.
going in the new musical. Yeah, it's actually we recorded it for the musical Eternal Love. We brought it out on the 1st of Jan. It's featuring Tanith Roberts, who's in the show. She's an amazing vocalist. If you've not heard the song, you can get it on iTunes, Amazon, or Spotify, or YouTube. The video's out there. It's such a great song, as all the songs in the show. They're just fabulous songs. And to do an original musical, it's the highlight of my career, really. I am lost, make me yours. Give me all it takes. Fill my soul with love, make me complete. Rescue me from this.
They are your original songs, but they just sound like they're classics already. And I genuinely mean that. They're big, huge numbers.
Yeah, they are massive songs. I've got some great writers. I don't write them all myself. I have my input mainly comes from the production and the arranging. I often get sent songs the Rescue Me was a song written for the Portuguese Eurovision Song Contest, I think about 8 years ago. And I was sent a load of songs to have a listen to, and that one stood out. It wasn't even in English, but I heard something, and I thought that could be something. So I take that away. We rewrite it. We can change the lyrics. We do whatever we've got to do, and that's where Rescue Me came from.
Is it part of a bigger album, or is it just slotting into the show at the moment?
it's gonna slot in the show at the moment, but I have enough material to make another album now, so it's a matter of time now to get another album out there. But I have another single coming out before the summer, and then I'll look at possibly getting some more, getting into the studio, and it's the time scale for studio work that's the tough one for me.
Yeah, and like I said, they're not just like one man and his guitar. These are big productions. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
massive. You know, we're bringing strings and orchestras. We do it properly. And, you know, I'm I'm on the mind. I've always grown up. If you're gonna do it properly, or don't bother. And I'll always stick by that. And I can only play certain venues if they can fit us in, because I won't go if I can't put the whole production in. And
yeah.
it's as simple as that. Now it could be a 300 seater, but if I can get the production in, I'll do it. It's not all about money for me. It's about producing the best show and giving the audience their best night's entertainment they'll ever get.
You said it's fitting into the show. I mean, the 2026 tour is coming up. What can people expect from this?
It's just going to be great fun. I mean, Vampires Rock originated 24 years ago, and this is the third installment of that Vampires Rock trilogy. So we've had Vampires Rock, then we had Vampires Rock Ghost Train. Now we're into Vampires Rock Eternal Love, the musical, which is now all my own original songs. So we've had three stages of this particular show. This is the most exciting for me, obviously, because it's my own material. Where prior we would use cover songs, but people, obviously, it's tougher selling your own songs, a lot tougher, unless they became number one massive smash hits all over the world. And look, maybe this will happen one day, and we can take the show to the West End. Let's see what happens. You never
But
know.
you never know. But it's well, put it this way. My sister-in-law, well, and brother-in-law, they live in Hull, and she came on the phone about, oh, I don't know how long ago it was, and said, we've just seen this absolutely fantastic concert. It was this guy, and he sang some Meat Love songs and some other songs. I said, oh, who was that? And she said, oh, and she said, it was you. I said, I've spoken to him
Yeah.
before. She was absolutely, and I'm not trying to blow smoke at you now. She was knocked out by the whole thing. So, I mean, you seem to have this. Once people see it, as you said, it's not a secret. But once they see the show, they cannot believe what they're seeing. And you
Yeah,
seem to
I
build
think
up then this loyalty as well. You got once the people see
yeah.
you, they want to see more.
I think that what it is they don't, when they come to see us, they don't realize the quality they're gonna get, because we might only be playing one night. And if they've not heard of the production before, it's not come from London, or it's not a jukebox, it's not Pretty Woman, it's not, I don't know, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, or it's not one of these massive shows they've already heard of. They don't quite understand that somebody like me could turn up and put a West End style production on, for one night or two nights. And I think they come a bit wary of, and then what, they go home wowed, and they just can't believe it. And that's how we've ended up with a fan base as big as we have now. I think it's just a slow burn, really. I'm like a 35-year overnight success. That's how I see it.
You mentioned, hard work, but you're a writer, you're a producer, you're a
Yeah.
performer, and but all at once. I mean, most people do one of the three, but you do it all. I mean, how do you juggle it?
I'm with Promote. I'm sat in my office now. We do all the advertising. We do all the booking. I do all the show tours. My wife does all the contracts. We have a little small team of three people in the office, and we have a merchandise manager, and we do everything from merchandise to booking to tour logistics to trucking. On Saturday, I will have my jacket on and my hoodie, and we will be in that yard loading the truck, ready for the next tour, and I'll be there with them. I can't help myself. It's
Is
just the way it is.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, do you have to be there in the middle of it all?
No, but I will. I will be. I'll be there, because I know if I'm not, they'll forget something, and I'll kick myself for not being there.
I mean, I know we're talking about vampires now, but do you actually sleep?
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you? No, look, we get enough time off. There's enough gaps, but the thing is, in between touring, we're in the office. So where most artists have a manager, have a production team who put the tour on for them, a promoter who promotes it, when we do it. So when I'm not actually on stage, I'm sat in the office working. So but we do get our holidays. Don't feel sorry for me. We do all right.
And I know, I mean, from looking, people can actually see how hard it is to put all this together, and the actual scale of the show, because you got the videos which actually show backstage how all this stuff
Yeah.
is put together. And it is a massive affair. I mean, I've gone out with gigging bands for the last 30 odd years, and that's a big enough thing. But I can't imagine what it must be like to put all that together.
Yeah, it's the equipment, two Arctic trucks full of gear. It's all got to be loaded and offloaded every single night, every single show. It's all high tech stuff. The lighting's all ours. The stage sets are all ours. The stage production is all ours. We don't go into event. We need a blank venue for us to go into, where a touring band will just use whatever's in there and set up. Well, that's not what we do. We are a touring production, 100%.
I mean, as well, you and I are both children of the 60s. I know it's physically demanding. How on earth do you keep on top of all that?
Just trying to keep fit now, really. As I've got older, I've got fitter, weirdly. When you're younger, you just think you can get away with anything. You can eat anything, drink anything, do anything. But then as the years creep on, you then realize, look, if I'm going to still be running around on that stage like a teenager, I need to get fit. So, I watch my diet now, and I'm in the gym, and I just try and be a bit more healthier than I was when I was younger. I think that goes for any kids, any young people. They just think, you never think that it's going to ever end, do you? But now, I can see the end in sight, so I've got to watch what I'm doing. I don't want it to come too quick.
And how is the knee?
Knee's brilliant. Got the new knee. That was desperate. I had a motorcycle accident in my 20s, and it gradually got so bad to the point I was using a stick and crutches and ice packs on stage. And then I got it replaced. But my biggest problem was I could have got it replaced 10, 15 years ago, and I just didn't have time. So I got to the point where it just had to be done, and I did it 2 years ago now, and it's the best thing I've ever done.
I think I think you were actually sat down on stage. I mean, with it in a cast or something like that. I'm sure nothing seems to stop you. But the one thing as a performer, and you're not just singing like easy songs to sing.
Yeah.
You're really belting it out all the time. So how do you keep the voice in shape?
You know what? I don't do any warm ups or anything. Never have done. The only thing will stop you is if you get a chest infection. You can get away with a cold, but chest infections, anything like that, then it's very difficult. But touch wood, I just keep going, push through it, get through the pain barrier.
All the very best with Rescue Me. I mean, it is a fantastic number, and I wish you all the success with that and the tour.
Yeah.
But you mentioned it before. How can people actually get hold of, well, finding out what you're up to? How can they get
Yeah.
hold of tour dates? And how can they actually download or buy the single?
Best website, stevesteinmanproductions.com. If you go on stevesteinmanproductions.com, you'll find all the info for all the tours. We've got a big cruise coming up as well, the Rock and Roll Cruise, which we do every year on the 5th of September for a week over to Spain and France. So that's great. That's called Rocking the Boat. So all the information's on there. My Facebook pages are great information. I'm always posting everything on Facebook. So there's a Steve Steinman production Facebook page. Come and see us on there. Music, you can download it on Amazon, iTunes, or I've got a YouTube channel called Steve Steinman's TV. You can go on there, and all my videos are there. So if you just Google Steve Steinman, I'm all over it. You'll see me somewhere.
Look, I know you've got something very big planned for next year as well.
Yeah,
Because I've got a look.
Bat out of L50th. Yeah, it's going to be massive. Can't wait for that.
So I'm
Really gonna yeah. We've got Kazim Sultan, Mark Alexander joining the band, who are Meatloaf's long players from. Kazim played on Bat Out of Hell in the studio when it was being recorded in '77. Now, Chasm's also coming on the cruise with me on the 5th of September this year. So when we do the Q&A on the cruise, it's going to be amazing because I, I'm 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 so excited to ask all the questions. Never mind the fans. So to have two players who have worked with Meatloaf for 20 odd years each is pretty outstanding, amazing. So, like I said, we only have world class players, and they'll be both playing with me next year. They're doing a few shows this year, so come and see us on the website. You'll see which shows they're playing. They're doing 5 shows early this year, and then next year they'll be doing the Bat 50th anniversary. 50 years for Bat Out of Hell. That's amazing, isn't it?
I can't think of, again, I'm not blowing smoke, but I can't think of anybody that, could carry the torch for the great man as good as yourself. You've just,
Thank you.
what you're doing is fantastic. Look, please come back and tell us all about what you're going to do next year. Until then, all the best.
Definitely.
Thank you for being such a great guest as well on TPTV, the music show. It's great to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
All the very best.
See you soon.